I'm actually doing a lot myself. I just recently launched my foundation,
What is your foundation?
the Quinton Aaron Foundation, which we're trying to work to end childhood obesity and stop bullying. So those are two big issues I grew up with, and I know a lot of kids are facing those issues today. Basically, with my foundation, we're trying to work on ending that. And the beginning of next year, I'll be going on a 45-day tour around the United States and parts of Canada, visiting schools and kids everywhere and just, reaching out to as many kids as I can and trying to, make a difference in their lives. And not only just talking to kids who were bullied, but trying to change the ways in the hearts of kids who are doing the bullying. And, trying to get them to see that it's not the way to go. I mean, Jackie Joyner Kersey, all these great Olympians, they didn't get to where they were by picking on other kids to get a laugh out of them. They were focused on what they wanted to do with their careers and their lives. And this is what we got to do is just change the focus of these kids who are doing these things off of the kids they're doing it to and onto themselves so that they can focus on making themselves better because they're our future.
Without a doubt, the children are our future of America, and I really think that's a great thing. What you're going to do is because there's a lot of bullies around there, especially in high school and middle school. They see these, like say, young guys in high school or it's a freshman coming in, and there's a couple juniors and seniors, and say, okay, we're going to work this kid over. We'll steal his lunch money. We'll bully him. We'll make him scared to come to school, and that's happened through the years. And I don't think it's ever going to stop. Hopefully, you can make a difference, but that's a thing that's been going on for years and years and years. And I'm glad to hear that you're trying to do something like that because you're a big guy. And in fact, could have been a bully all you wanted. Who would want to mess around with you? You're so big. But I think you being so big and against that would be a really great thing for you, Quinton.
Definitely. I hope so anyway. And, we also have other ideas just in case that's not enough. Like trying to make some kind of stipulation for kids doing the bullying. Because a lot of times, like you said, just standing up and telling them don't bully, it's not going to work. Putting a kid in detention is not going to work. Kids like detention nowadays. Send them home for 3 days. That doesn't work. You got to find something to do to them that, lets them know, hey, there's serious consequences for what you're doing. Because it's so serious today that it's to the point where kids are taking their lives because they feel they no longer feel the need to live because of how they're getting picked on. And there's like numerous cases throughout the country where a lot of kids they don't want to be around each people. They don't speak to their parents because they don't want their parents to come up to the school and embarrass them even more, and then they got to deal with that when they leave. The thing is, kids picking on somebody to get a laugh are not thinking about the tone that's taking on the kid that they're doing that to. Yeah, you made a bunch of people around you laugh, but what you just did was kill that person inside. And you kept doing it and build up to the point where that person went and took their own life. And then you feel bad. You feel bad because that person took their life. Or maybe you don't feel bad, but there's no stipulation. Like, that's, in my book, that's premeditated murder. You sat there and, nudged that person until they actually fell off the cliff.
That's what I was going to say. It's like being on the cliff and someone just keep on nudging you, pushing you, finally you fall down. Now, I can honestly say that when I was a kid and I went to high school, I had a kid that kept on following me around for, 3 or 4 weeks and bullying me and wanting to fight me, and I didn't want to fight him. I was scared of him, to be honest with you. And I finally told my mother. I said, Mom, I can't go to school anymore. And she said, why? And I told her what happened when we went to the principal, and the kid was on probation, so he had to leave me alone. But I was really in that trap. I never thought about taking my life, but I just didn't want to go to school anymore. And not taking your life is one thing, but not going to school, that's bad because you're not learning, and then you become a product of flunking out, and then some bad things, you start cutting school, and you're not there anymore, you're not learning, you're not developing your skills and hanging out with your friends or going to school with your friends and doing things with it in the function through the school. So I like that bullying is a bad thing, and I hope that you make a lot of progress with that and going around the world. I think that's tremendous, Quinton.
Thank you.
And I thank you so much for the interview, man. You did a great job in The Blind Side and was a fantastic movie. You did meet Michael Orr after that, didn't you?
I did. I did. Met him briefly. We stay in touch now throughout his season and everything. I've been following him this year and past few years actually.
Is he your favorite player?
Oh yeah, I watch him because if I ever play football again, I'm stealing his moves. Hopefully I can play like him or as good as him.
When you put the pads on and you played in that movie, did you feel like a football player? Because in the movie you're so much bigger than everybody else. How did you feel in the pads and all? Did you feel like a football player?
Yeah, actually I did. I did. And it's funny because there on the field with the pads, it was like a bunch of friends just getting together and playing football. When I watched the movie, I looked like a big bully because I was so much bigger than everybody. But I was getting smacked around in the beginning until I started doing the smacking around. But it was funny.
It was a great movie, and I thank you so much for being out here, for Bob Beeman, for the Artie Olympians, for the Children's College Foundation, and all you did. A nice thing coming out here. God bless you with your own foundation. Hopefully, it's a gigantic success for you. But I really thank you for coming down here. Thank you so much.